Hello and welcome to the Orcs Run. We start here in Kalimdor, on the northeastern coast of the Barrens. We have Larry Orc and Barry Orc as they fight up to Central Barrens and onward to the crossroads. One of these stupid orcs decides it might be a fine idea if they go and invade the human lands. Fighting everything as they go, killing Planestriders, grazing Zevra, and even Sunscale Raptors. These low-level, very inexperienced orc warriors seem to care little about anyone or anything.
They spot a Razormane pillager. That too soon dies. Then they board their big green longboys and parade their waves to the crossroads. Did I tell you that Barry Orc is the thickest, stupidest, and dumbest orc in their clan? He is a wet match in a dark cave, and I don't think Larry Orc is much brighter.
After they collect their money from the mailbox, these idiotic orcs commit to 3 hours of Baron's chat before heading on their way to Ratchet. As they arrive in the super tiny port town, they gasp as they missed the first boat and must wait for the next one. These orcs have never picked up a quest or done anything productive in their lives. I'm quite frankly surprised they know what a boat is.
Hooray, the boat is finally here. They had to wait 12 seconds, and that was a bit much. But now here they are leaving Kalimdor and entering the Eastern Kingdoms. Yes, now we have 2 more dumb orcs in the jungle. I wonder what they will do next.
Traveling north by the Great Road, they will pass Gurubashi Arena, where PvPers ply their trade. Much like those aforementioned people, these orcs too like to run around pillars. But not for any good reason, just because it amuses their tiny brains. They decided to fight some trolls. There was no point in it. And much like everything they do, it lacks even a modicum of decency. Larry Orc says to Barry Orc, "Let's look in the cave, because I heard you can find something good in there." Barry Orc doesn't know what a cave is, but follows Larry. He soon realizes he does know what a cave is, because he actually lives in one. The 2 orcs have failed. They failed at everything. They found nothing in that cave, and now they head further north toward the human lands. What do they hope to do when they get there? They are level 10. So incredibly weak and so incredibly stupid, these dum-dums still press on without, even stopping to think for a second. Death must certainly awaits. As they leave northern Stranglethorn Vale, the land goes from tropical to damn right spooky, the colorful tones being swept aside by gloomy grays and browns. They stop to fight some ogres, to practice the skills before heading further north still. I hope these orcs get eaten by some wolves or get whacked by a town guard or something, because Larry and Barry are dumb, stupid dum-dums who are stupid. Wow, it's another cave. How many caves are they gonna look in? Hey, guess what? Humans don't live in caves anymore, generally speaking. They carry on west, really close to Westfall, to plan their next move. Judging by their brain size, this plan will be about as complicated as their own vacant expression. There's a lot of water around. Swimming might be an option. Do they know how to swim? Their heads are empty. Maybe that means they will float. Oh, so they do plan to use the east coast of Westfall and head north there. A small amount of swimming is required, but it appears they can swim after all. As Elwyn nears, so does the impending collapse of it all. Barry and Larry are now running around the human's backyard without realizing they are one step away from certain death. Was that Tommy Joe Stonefield? They fight and fight. They sure love to fight. But they're still level 10. I think this way of leveling for Barry and Larry, the Orc brothers, was a poor decision. They seem to make a lot of poor choices. And now they're dead? Great. Finally. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is a big project. Let's have some fun.
This is a deed to an expanse of land within the region of Westfall. It entitles the persons below with ownership rights of the designated area, as well as all items produced and any structures built within its borders. The document is signed by Theodore Furlbrow and Werner Furlbrow. The words below were quickly scrawled on the back of the deed. We leaned on Furlbrow and got his deed. Thought it might be handy if you wanted to forge one of these for your own place. The Furlbrows won't give us trouble. Last I saw them they were on their way out of Westfall, stuck with a broken wagon.
I had a farm once, but that was a long time ago. I prefer good battle, don't you?
It's a bloodbath, Lieutenant. They've been murdered. Given the body temperature, I'd say they've been dead no more than 6 hours.
Damn shame what they did though, Blanchie.
No kidding, rookie. Looks like they really put the carts before the hearse. Watch your footing, rookie. We don't need any civilian vigilante types getting involved, kid. Leave this one to the professionals. This is useless. Look at the date on this letter. The Furlboars have been squatting on the jets instead 4 or 5 years. They never could quite get their wagon fixed. Murder, rookie. That's what you're looking at on the ground in front of us. Here's the deal. Whoa, man, we've got a full-blown murder on our hands. Double homicide. Single horse. I said, worse yet, we're in Westfall. I could throw her up behind me and hit a dozen hobos with motive enough to want to wipe these people in horse ride. Now, I don't know who did this, and I sure don't appreciate having to come to this dump to investigate the deaths of a couple of squatters, but I'll be damned if I don't find the perp. You want to help? Go talk to some bums. The hobo knows.
Light bless you.
Looks like I found a savory and plain piece of dirt tonight. Sleep like thin nights. Ain't no cause I'll chat with you. You're my best friend. You wanna talk pain? Living like an animal is hard enough without your insults.
What do you want? I told you to pay a poll.
Get lost. I told you to pay a pound.
What do you want? You will get nothing out of me.
You want to talk, Pamp? You rich punks are all the same.
Get lost. I told you to pay up, pal. I ain't telling you nothing. I ain't telling you nothing. Listen, pal, I didn't want any trouble, okay? I didn't see who murdered him, but I sure heard it. A lot of yelling, human voices. You did. Now get out of here before I change my mind about beating you up and tacking your shoes.
Get off my land. I ain't telling you nothing. I didn't see who killed Mbop, but I got a whiff. Smelled rich. Kinds like you. Damn shame too. Furlboars were a fixer around here, nice people. Always willing to share a meal or a patch of dirt.
You wanna talk pain? We killed the Furlboars, I tell you. We killed the Furlboars, King Bar in Orion. That's who, and he's killing the rest of us too, one bomb at a time. The only thing I can tell you is that I saw someone who was living the place of a house before the law arrived. Get lost. You rich punks are all the same.
I ain't telling you nothing. Between you, me, and the tree, Merlix killed the Furlboars. Yep, saw him with my own 2 eyes. Think they'd been casting the joint for days, maybe months. They left in a hurry once they got wind of Johnny Law, and the Indian Brigade over.
Nose and looks. Horse poopy, pal. Knowles and Merlix didn't kill these people. I've seen what Knowles and Merlix do to people that they kill in this. Too. Perfect. Furthermore, the Frobers had been squatting on this farm for 5 years. No, we'll wipe them out at a reason. This is murder plain and simple, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Watch your footing, Rookie. Seeing as how you have no other leads, we may as well chase down the information you got. There are a couple of Riverpond oil camps in the area. Track them down and search for clues. Bring back anything that you might find. Isolate your search to the Riverpond oils and scouts. As pointless as I think that this is going to be, we need to investigate all of our leads. I need you to head out to the large shore west of here, on the coast, and shake up some relics, try to find a clue or some info that can help shed some light on the murders. Return to me if you get lucky, Rookie.
If he be reading this, it means that all Captain Sanders in a watery grave. So my treasure is yours now. You just need to follow the clues. First, you need to find me foot locker. It's probably hot right in sand right now. Along the western coast of Westfall, near the shipwreck, there be lots of shipwrecks, but only one rusty anchor on the coast. Find that anchor and you'll find your locker. Look in there for the next clue.
Watch your footing, Rookie. Find anything on the nose. Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? Because I'm not laughing. Bits and pieces of red cloth. What the hell is this supposed to mean? How goes the Mullican? Nice find, Rookie. I think I have a stack of these on my desk back at the station. We're basically back to square one. What do we know? Someone that likes to write fiction about the past send the Frobers a letter. Looks like we got ourselves real mystery. Looks like we got ourselves a real whodunit here, Rookie. Unfortunately, it looks like the locals aren't willing to talk, and the clues you got off the nose and Mullics are damn near worthless. We're going to have to initiate a plan. Be on the lookout for the Showblue. The Showblue is an old confidential informant of mine who, ironically, makes his home at the Frobers' old pumpkin farm. Head west to the farm and find out what Lou knows. If he gives you got to tell him that Horatio sent you.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is a big project. Let's have some fun.
Look, we've got no room for no more. Horatio sent you right then. And how can I help you? He's not here, is he here? He knows I wasn't hiding from him, right? Was just trying to lay low. And all that you know. Listen, I really shouldn't be talking to you, but I owe Horatio a favour or two. I don't really know nothing about what happened to the Frobers, but I might be able to point you in the right direction. I'm handing you the large crate. That crate used to be my home before I struck it rich. Now living the life every hobo dreams of, right, so you take that living crate and head to the General Dome mine southwest of here, head to the back of the mine, and once there, hide in the crate.
Back before those damn Kobolds gave him a permanent lump, used to be William Pastell's #1 candle supplier. He even came up with the line, "It take a candle a year." That was me. Kobold would say, "You no take candle," and it just responded, "Take candle," and then bash their brains and blah, blah, blah. Due times, the best times. Now, can't even use the bathroom without assistance. You want to help me? Killing with some kobolds. You'll find a good lot of him in the neighborhood mine.
Life in Westfall's hard, Sonny. Every day is a struggle. We can sometimes go weeks without a decent meal. That's why it's important that we all help each other out. Maybe you can lend a hand. I'm making dirt pies and need some ingredients. Get me some fresh dirt from the pumpkin patch out front and a bundle of coyote tails. You'll find coyotes wandering around in the wilds of Westfall. Get moving! We got mouths to feed! Dirt pies don't make themselves, usually. Just smelling you coming got my stomach rumbling. We're gonna eat like kings tonight.
You now take candle. You now take candle.
What little you may want. What you call Glubtok?
Sad. Is this the life that you hoped for, Glubtok? Running 2-bit extortion operations out of a cave.
Glubtok, who is you?
Oh, will you? Do you dare cross that line and risk your life? You may attempt to kill me and fail, or you may take option 2.
What option 2?
You join me and I shower wealth and power upon you.
So Glubtok have 2 choices to be rich and powerful. Glubtok take choice 2.
I thought you'd see it my way. I will call for you when the dawning is upon us.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is a big project. Let's have some fun.
Oh, sweet, just as Kearnen, those kobolds won't make milk like a normal person, and it sure won't get him a job, but damn does it, he'll good, there will reach into a crossed-out sack. Here, I think I got some thin for you from a kobold hunting days. Maybe you can put it to good use.
I'm putting my hands in my ears and I'm going to speak loudly. Stop, stop, stop. I don't want to hear. I don't want to know and I don't care. That kind of information is liable to get you killed around these parts. I've got one more bit of information for you, and then we're done. A couple of thugs recently showed up at the farm, causing all kinds of trouble. I don't know where they came from or who they're working for, but I know they're bad news. I may have overheard them talking about subjects that might interest you. If you're interested, you'll find the thug back behind the farmhouse. If you get caught or killed, don't know you. Never seen you. Good luck, kid.
Did you meet her?
Yep, she's for real. She wanted me to tell you, Lux, that she appreciates the job that we did for her on the fur boars. Gave me a kilo of gold to split with you all.
See her face. Is it really? Oh, what do we at Harold like we had ourselves an eavesdropper, boys? Only one thing to do with a lousy good-for-nothing eavesdropper. Hey!
Hurry back to the Furlbre's cottage.
You were standing right here. What the hell did you see? Speak up.
I didn't see nothing. He died of natural causes.
Natural causes to bullets in the chest, and his shoes are on his head. What kind of natural death would that be?
Doesn't look good, rookie. This was an execution. Whoever did this was sending a message. A message for anyone that would dare snitch on these criminals. It would appear that poor Lou really put his foot in his mouth. We're dealing with an organization here, rookie, you know, just off the richest bum in Westfall in broad daylight and leave no innocent. Someone with a lot of power is behind these murders. What have you learned so far? So what do we know so far? We need to follow the clues. Over at the Jansons, did you found a water-soaked letter and some scraps of red cloth? At the front bars, you overheard a conversation between some shadowy figure and an ogre mage. You also got a confession to the murder from a bunch of thugs whom you then killed. Something isn't adding up, rookie. There's an old couple southeast of here at the Saldean's farm. Head over there and speak with Farmer Saldean. Find out what he knows.
Being in Westfall all life, brother. You can remember you when Westfall was the lush land this side of Stranglefordville. Those days are long gone distant. While we no longer live is causing problems to fall from the Narrator can still be felt. To make matters worse, we are in the worst economic downturn in history. All that gold we spent on fighting the scourge of lengthening non-military-related occupation jobless and eventually unless this where all those people ended up. Marshal, that man is a scumbag, but he has minded word. Listed Fred, I'm not thinking about advice like this, but you seem like a good man, get out of Westfall. You were already way over your head. All you would do now is putting you like on the chopping block. Comes our talk, brother, with the downtrodden masses of Stormwind migrating into Westfall. The sources are stretching as thin as they've ever been. The people are restless and in need of help. Kearnen from his has been serving as a halfway house for years. Some is the best that she can keep, I guess, alive. But sometimes the watchers get down. The watchers are those twisted abominations roaming my fields with the little person left behind by the dead face before they were driven off. Help us.
Hello, dear. Welcome to our home. And you don't look like you're homeless. Have you come to help us? If so, you're just in time. I'm planning dinner for the young ones and need a few simple ingredients. If you could get me some okra or tusk flanks and stringy flesher meat, I can make my famous Westfall stew. You'll find all of the ingredients near our farm. Just be careful of the harvest watchers.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This project is enormous, so let's have some fun.
You have found what appears to be the heart of a harvest watcher. From the sound being emitted by the device, you can tell that it's still fully functional. Perhaps you should return it to Farmer Saldean.
Greetings.
What have you got there, Mew? Is that the other one of Watchers and feared stories about similarities to powerful Watcher for personal use? Of course, I'm really in a shape to try such a thing myself. From what I've heard, all you really need to do is find a suitable invest gold and drop in there, which you should be able to take full control of the creature. I think there was a whole field of eluded invest golems was to fear. at the Molson farm. Look for the yards of electricity. Should you manage to get it working, is the goblins use for the Energust harvest reapers at the old Molson farm. These monsters are much more destructive than the original farm.
Well met.
Thank you, brother. You've done so you great service, and I promise that it won't soon be forgotten. You don't have much money, you're welcome to it.
Go with honor, friend.
Actually worked. That's incredible. Level 14 wearing. Hopefully that takes care of the Westfall problem here in Westfall.
Food will be ready as soon as I have all the ingredients. Hurry, bless your heart, dear. These poor orphans haven't had a hot meal in days. It looks like we will have enough left over to help feed many more of the homeless of Westfall. Thank you, Rima. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Dinner's ready. Come and get it.
I'm so
Yay
happy.
for Ryuma.
Thank you, Mama. And thank you, Ryuma.
Light be with you.
It's been many years since you has offered to lend us aid. Yuma, may you not come along and have made a daughter coming with them. You have ruined yourself and be a selfless individual, a person that we can trust. We only wish we had something of value for you. Why I have no information to assist you in your quest to bring the Furber's murder of justice. Perhaps my wife can help her. Speak to someone so that she will tell me what you need to know before you leave.
Of course, dear. Our little girl works at Sentinel Hill and is very close with the homeless of Westfall. Perhaps she has overheard something. Before you go, let me wrap up the Westfall stew and tell you a little bit about our dear little girl. About 3 years ago, in the dead of the night, a little girl walked right into our farmhouse and collapsed on the floor. Nobody had a clue as to her identity. The poor little thing had no recollection of who she was or where she came from, truly a lost soul. Soon after, we adopted the little girl and named her Hope for that. And what she represented, she is now a young lady caring for the destitute and homeless of Westfall. Take my Westfall stew to her at Sentinel Hill, south of here.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This project is enormous, so let's have some fun.
You have our full cooperation. Lieutenant, the Furberos were good people. Their deeds will not go unpunished.
That's good to hear, Marshal. Ryuma has brought the perpetrators to justice. Their leaders still on the loose. Perhaps with the aid of the Westfall Brigade we will finally be able to solve this case. Might I ask, what's with the organ in the stocks?
We caught those beasts slaughtering sheep in the countryside. He is unrepentant and easily agitated. Keep your distance. Lead in it.
When I break out of these stocks, I'm going to rip out your hurt and devour it whole.
Wow, the Marshal wasn't kidding. Buddy's your bark? Worse than your butt?
Good day, sir. How may I serve you? I smell Westfall stew. Mother sent you?
Yes, I heard about the Furlbrow murders. It is very tragic. But such tragedy is a way of life in Westfall. There are many people here who simply no longer have the means or inclination to keep themselves fed. They have given up hope. Do you understand what it means to be left so hopeless as to stop caring about life? We must work together to show them that there is hope. That with the dawning day, a better life comes. Take my mother's Westfall stew and help feed the homeless around Sentinel Hill.
The war in Northrend took its toll on us as a people, Ryuma. While we were victorious in the frozen wastes, our own land fell into disarray. After my tour of Dunny was over in Grassley Hills, I returned to Westfall, only to find the land in worse condition than when I left. The price of our left thousands of citizens homeless. They now migrate here and squat upon the deserted farm passes and towns of the region. To make matters worse, we are now under attack by the Gnolls. The Westfall Brigade needs your help. Ryuma the warrior has chosen 3 talents. Slay the attacking Gnolls and recover their order. Someone is pulling their strings and we need to find out whom.
Have you heard of the Captain Grayson? Some say it of. He's the fireman of the drunken sailors amalgamation. But in Westfall will tell you that Grayson is real. There's a ghost that hunts the Westfall at us far to the west off the coast of the land shore. Tell you there, investigate.
With honor, friend.
The thieves think they can drive us from our lands. Those who have taken up arms alongside Lord Stoutmantle don't just fight for their farms back. We fight for human dignity. Join us in Lord Stoutmantle's crusade to liberate Westfall from this tyranny. We were once known as the People's Militia. These days, though, we fight under the banner of Stormwind. With the full support of King and Danuvin, our goals here in Westfall are many, to clean up the mess left behind by the Defies. So far we are failing on all fronts. Times are worse now than when the Defies ran amok. Now with the indigenous Gnolls of the region up in arms, we find ourselves backed into a corner. Help us, Ryuma. While the situation here is dire, other parts of the region are literally quaking from great upheaval. I have here a report from Captain Parker of Redridge Mountain, one of our territories east of Elwyn Forest. He is asking for a hero to come to their aid. We are spread so thin here that I don't know how we can afford to send any more military. Would you check on Parker and see what he needs? You will find Captain Parker atop the tower at 3 corners.
Fresh meat. More bones to no one.
Like, share, and subscribe. This project is a big one. Keep coming back for more.
Thank you, kind, gentle stranger.
Perhaps one day I will repay you for this kind act.
Bless you, friend.
Thank you, kind and gentle stranger. Bless you, friend.
I'd know that smell anywhere. Solma's famous stew.
Where do you think you two are going?
Need help?
Have you recovered the attack? Orders Helix? I've heard that name before. Recently, as a matter of fact. But who is this Admiral?
For the Alliance.
Do you know anything about this beast? Who is the Admiral speak?
The dawning comes, Stoutmantle, and with it comes your end.
Gibberish pronamad walp. Bang!
Well done, Leone. You have provided us a temporary reprieve from the onslaught of gnolls, but there is more work to be done. South of here is an area of Westfall known as the Dust Plains. From what we know, the gnolls of the region have made the Dust Plains their unofficial capital. As with any capital, there exists a leader at the herd. If we're to put an end to these attacks, we must track down the gnoll in charge and then venture forth into the Dust Plains. Find the gnoll leader, Daniel Spotlight, and kill him. Take out any other gnolls that get in your way.
For the Alliance.
You have a kind heart, level 15 Fury Warrior. You have done a good thing today, and that act will reflect back upon you when Judgment Day comes.
Light be with you.
Say, Seven has been tracking Helix Gearbreaker since he entered Ollie's territory 2 weeks ago. The letter I received from Mathis Shaw explained that he sent an agent by the name of Kearnen to Westfall to shed out Helix. Find Agent Kearnen and you'll find Helix Gearbreaker. Kearnen came into town for supplies 2 days ago. She mentioned that she would be near Mordwake's Tower, southeast of here, and the Dust Plains. Get going, Rima.
Good. Fresh meat. Good. Fresh meat. More bones. Oh, no. More bones. Come on. What's up, Doc?
Helix is the one responsible for the Gnoll attacks. See that tower? He's inside. He's been there for days. I've just been waiting for an excuse to bust him. Helix has got himself holed up inside Claven Mordwick's old tower. I won't lie to you, Remo. It's heavily guarded. I count 6 armed mercenaries just on the outside. There's no way you're getting inside that tower by yourself. Lucky for you, Claire, and I are here. I got a nice sniper rifle. I'll cover your entry. Take the shrouding potion. You'll need it once you get inside. Use it as soon as you enter the tower and head upstairs. Find out what Helix is hiding up there. Easy peasy, easy peasy.
Like, share, and subscribe. This project is a big one. Keep coming back for more.
The gnolls I found. Mistress.
They provided the distraction I required. We continue as planned.
But Mistress, there's the Admiral still.
We will free the Admiral during the dawning.
Yes. Mistress.
Judgment Day is soon upon us, Helix. Call for the people. I wish to speak to them one last time before the dawning.
Mombeck. Mistress.
Aye, tonight.
What could possibly be going on in Moonrock? I don't like this one bit, Remo. I will be filling out my report heading back to Stormwind shortly, as I-7 must be informed of the happenings in Westfall. I would recommend you do the same and report back to Grain.
King's honor, friend.
Who is this shadowy figure we have to get to Moonbrook? We have had a camp here, Moonbrook, for quite some time now. Really, you appear to be broken in half. One of my best soldiers works the area along with a company of Sentinel Hill troopers. Report to Captain Alpert now and find out if he has any news about the happenings in Moonbrook. Another ollie of mine is also at the Moonbrook camp. His name is Thorius. I met Thorius in Northrend during my time in Valgard. He is a wise and powerful shaman. Perhaps his abilities could help us solve this mystery.
Excellent work for you, man. It will take the River Paul weeks to recover from the blow you just told. Please take an item of your choosing as a reward for what you have done.
The natives are restless, Ruma. I don't know what's going on, but homeless activity in this area has quadrupled in the past 2 days. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were planning something. We've noticed a rise in violent act amongst the homeless of the area. Something or someone is getting them all riled up. Now whoever is behind all this is getting more organized. Just recently, a group of thugs came through here handing out pamphlets. Enter Moonbrook and look for evidence, propaganda, leaflets, whatever, bring whatever you find back to me. Maybe we can find the source through the writing.
The material of this bandana is identical to the material found at the Furlbrow murder scene. You should collect more red bandanas as evidence and return what you find to Captain Alpert.
Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? If you ain't with us, you're against us, die.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is a big project. Let's have some fun.
Group of homeless Samaritans brutally murdered behind Furlbrow Farm. Witnesses state that the 4 men killed at the Furlbrow's farm were on their way to delivering dirt pies to a shelter on the east coast when attacked. Jimb McHannigan, an eyewitness on the scene, had this to say: "Yep, I saw the whole thing go down with my own 2 eyes. Was a male warrior. He looked like he may have been on something. He slaughtered the poor bums in broad daylight while shouting obscenities and proclaiming his love for Stormwind and King Varian Wrynn. I think he may have killed Lou immediately afterward. I was too shaken up to see. Give a man a tabard and he will pledge his undying loyalty to your cause. These men are now government sheep who care not for your hardships. They wear the tabard of their leader and care only for what he desires. V. The hour of our redemption draws ever closer, brothers and sisters. Tonight we will shed the shell of our former lives and be reborn as heroes. V. I can hardly believe it. We've endured this torment for long years, but soon it will be over. The Brotherhood will be reborn, and we will then wash across this land as a flood to cleanse it of its filth and corruption.
Watch your back, Ruma. Thugs and mercenaries lurk in the shadows. Any luck? The only I know is Van Cleef, but he died many years ago. It looks like the meeting the shadowy figure spoke of is starting soon. The homeless are starting to mobilize. I need you to attend the rally and gather information, Ryuma. Go to the center of Moonrook and Liston, and on the rally, return to me with whatever you find out. Red bandanas? I haven't seen a red bandana in 5 years. Should this shadowy figure be attempting to reform the defaced Brotherhood?
The rally is about to begin.
Gather, brothers and sisters, come all and listen. Brothers, sisters, we are abandoned, the orphaned children of Stormwind. Our king sits atop his throne made of gold and shrugs at our plight. Meanwhile, our children die of starvation on these very streets. His war, not ours, cost us our livelihood. We paid for the Alliance's victories with our blood and blood of our loved ones. The time has come, brothers and sisters, to stop this injustice. The government of Stormwind, of the Alliance, must be made accountable for what it has done to us. Today, we are reborn. Today, we take a stand as men and women, not nameless, faceless numbers.
I could hear the cheers from here. It seems as if we've got a huge problem on our hands, Rama. We have to discover the identity of this shadowy menace before we enlist the aid of Stormwind. Perhaps there's another way. Rewards. There is a shaman here, Thorleys, who might be able to aid us. He is a friend of Graham's who has recently come to Westfall to study the elemental devastation that has befallen us. Speak to Thorleys and see if there is something that he can do to shed some light on the identity of this shadowy figure.
And yes, perhaps I could be of some assistance. When I was in Northrend, I helped the people of Felgard uncover some of the mysteries of the Frigo by delving into the spirit world. Perhaps the same could be done here. Now, this incense will put your body and mind in a deep meditative state. Once the trance begins, you will be pulled into the spirit world. Do not fight the trance once it has begun. Mr. Riemann said, "Follow the spirits to show you what they know." Go to the Deadmines, a place which I'm told holds great significance in the history of Westfall. You may enter the Deadmines through the old farmhouse south of here. Follow the homeless route and the grand with your discovery.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This project is enormous, so let's have some fun.
Follow the trail of homeless to the Deadmines dungeon entrance.
Little early to the party, aren't ya?
5 years ago, in the heart of the Deadmines.
There's nowhere left to hide. Inkly, the defies are through. We are here to finish this face-us, coward.
Now may challenge the Brotherhood. Lapdogs, all of you. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Victory for the Owens, glory to Stormwind. Let us return to Sentinel Hill, Ollies, and inform Grain of Van Cleef's Dimmers.
Daddy.
not be alarmed, human. I have long since passed from this land, but ain't take no harm to your kind. I have witnessed too much death in my town. My only wish now is for peace. Perhaps you can help my cause. I used to be flesh and blood, just like you. That is until that fateful day when the Murlocs attacked the lighthouse. You probably noticed all of the shipwrecks along the coast. The Great Sea is treacherous indeed. The coast of Westfall needs to be kept clear, so that sailors find their way to our beaches. They are safe. The Murlocs are trouble, foe. The Murloc head hunters and oracles, and I will see to it that you are rewarded. The night the lighthouse keeper's family died was horrible. I watched helpless as old Murkai led the attack. When what's done is done, and my concern is for the lives of the sailors on the Great Sea whose ships come close to the perilous rocks of the coastline. With the want to keep watch on the flame, the responsibility has fallen upon me. Help me keep the torch lit by bringing me Chismo from the slimes in the raging chest to the northeast. When my life was ended upon the rocks, I had no clue what the afterlife held for me. The lighthouse was black that night because old Murkai had scared the keeper's family off. They returned and relit the flame, but old Murkai cursed the weaker-minded Murlocs to ride the lighthouse with him once again. The second time the family was not so lucky, and before my eyes they perished helplessly. Slay old Murkai if you see him along the shore, and give me one of his scales, and I shall reward you.
Like, share, and subscribe. This project is a big one. Keep coming back for more.
Locker slowly creaks open, sand and water seem to be its only content. But wait, a small crick scurries out with a coup to the treasure in his claws. The coup to the treasure reads, "Good work, Urturby, now we need to head to east up the bluffs east of the road. Look where the old chimney runs near the side of the road. There you will find an aura with your net blue. It's a great church." This looks like the right barrel. Good work, treasure hunter. Searching through the barrel, you discover another piece of parchment. This one reads, "Now from this here barrel, 80 north, 3 as the crow flies, keep you walking till you see the empty jug net to the long windmill on the sea bluffs. If you poke around that jug, you just might find what you were looking for." There's a clue sticking out of the empty jug. You're on your way to the jackpot treasure seeker. Sure enough, deep within the old jug there is another clue to Sander's treasure. The ink has run in some places and the paper smells like whiskey, but you can make out some of the tactile that you found in the old whiskey jug. You were almost to the treasure. Just pace west from the bottle and walk down to the shore. Once you get to the water, keep going, swim straight west till you find the Island with me treasure chest. The lost treasure of Captain Sanders. Wait, The hinges on the old chest are rusty, but they still work. You force the chest open and take the booty. Congratulations!
Coming down the aisle, weighing 248 pounds, Taz!
It's Taz!
You better like, share, and subscribe to Mushoku Jones over here.
What can I do for you?
What Van Cleef had a daughter? I have no idea that Van Cleef had a daughter, Ryuma. If there was one thing that man was exceptionally skilled at, it was keeping secrets. How tragic! Poor thing witnessed a horrible act. Had I only known. What was that? Did you hear something? It seems as if the gnolls are pulling back. Where are my guards on guard? Level 17 warrior. I done like this, Ryuma. Stay alert, by God.
You bastards will burn for what you did.
Hope what?
Hope? Is that what I was supposed to feel when I saw my father decapitated by your henchmen? Hope is a cruel joke, played upon us by a harsh and uncaring world. There is no hope. There is only Vanessa. Vanessa Van Cleef. Rise up, Brotherhood! The dawning day is upon us! Tie them up. Admiral, your hat.
Thank you, my dear.
And you, Ryuma, I will spare your life. You have done much to help our cause, albeit unwittingly. But next time we meet, it will be as
Just
enemies.
tell me one thing, Vanessa. Why'd you have the Furlbars killed?
I had no choice, Lieutenant. They recognized me. The only people in the world who even knew I existed recognized my face from when I was an infant. I took no pleasure in their deaths. Leave nothing but ashes in your wake, brothers. Burn Sentinel Hill to the ground.
Ryuma, get to Stormwind. Tell King Ring everything. Everything go now.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is a big project. Let's have some fun.
Need help?
I will deploy a battalion of soldiers to Westfall at once. With the Defies Brotherhood reborn, no threat to the kingdom is renewed. The Defies Brotherhood are not a force to be taken lightly, Ryuma. What you witnessed was the birth of a ruthless organization of criminals that will stop at nothing to see Stormwind turn to rubble. I need you to return to Sentinel Hill and let Crane know that we are sending him troops. I hope it's not too late.
Good God Almighty, they've killed him 5 years of work burned to the ground in 5 minutes. Oh, son of a bitch, damn the DPS. Will somebody stop the damn match? And this is only the beginning, Rima. We have a long, hard road ahead of us. There is no doubt that the DPS pose a great threat to the kingdom, but we certainly cannot enter their hideout and hope that everything will work itself out. No, an assault against the DPS is going to take time and planning. I want you to leave the logistics to me. Our kingdom has other threats that must be dealt with immediately. Travel east from Winter Ridge Ridge and report to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshare. I will call for you when we are ready to attack the DPS. Now over to you, Excalibur.
The flame will not burn for long without a Rima. We used to all back in the day, but it was hard to come by. Raise your brave little warrior. The rocks of the Westfall coast shall be lit thanks to your hard work. Many lives will be spared so long as the torch is kept lit. I died needlessly on this very shore. My afterlife plies to see that no others follow my destiny. Well done, Rima the warrior with the low damage. You have quite a knack for combat. Thanks to you, the coast of Westfall is a safer place. Have you laid west to the menace known as Old Murkay yet? He has been spotted roaming the coastline of Westfall. Return to me when the full beast is dead. So the full heathen Murkay is dead. Well done, Rima, you have a funny sounding name. By your hands one life was laid to rest, but perhaps many more were saved. The great sea, wrought with danger as it is, shall be a wee bit sad for this night thanks to your heroics.
There's no way you're getting inside that tower by yourself. Lucky for you, Claire and I are here. I got a nice sniper.
The natives are restless, Ruma. I don't know what's going on, but homeless activity in this area has quadrupled in the past 2 days.
The thieves think they can drive us from our lands. Those who have taken up arms alongside Lord...
So the full heathen Murkay is dead. Well done, Rima, you have a funny sounding name.
If he be reading this, it means that all Captain Sanders in a watery grave. So my treasure is yours now.
5 years ago, in the heart of the Deadmines.
Being in Westfall all life, brother. You can remember you when Westfall was the lushest land this side of Strangleford.
You'll get nothing out of me.
I told you to pay up, pal.
And then bash their brains and blah, blah, blah.
We don't need any civilian vigilante types getting involved, kid. Leave this one to the professionals.
Dirt pies don't make themselves, usually. Just smelling you come and got my stomach rumbling. We're gonna eat like kings tonight.
We caught those beasts slaughtering sheep in the countryside. He is unrepentant and easily agitated.
I had a farm once, but that was a long time ago. I prefer good battle, don't you?
Check your pockets!
We'll be ready as soon as I have all the ingredients. Hurry, bless your heart, dear. These poor orphans haven't had a hot meal in days.
Have you heard of the Captain Grayson? Some say it of. There's the fireman of the drunken sails amalgamation.
Where do you think you two are going?
There's nowhere left to hide. The enclave, the defies are through.
letters written to Sentinel Hill. Always an informed grain of Van Cleef Dimmers.
Given the body temperature, I'd say they've been dead no more than 6 hours.
Damn shame what they did to old Lenchi.
And yes, perhaps I could be of some assistance. When I was in Northrend, I helped the people of Felgard uncover some of the mysteries of...
Oh, what you wait at, Harold? Like we had ourselves an edge-dropper, boys.
She wanted me to tell you, Lux, that she appreciates the job that we did for her on the firm boards. Gave me a little gold to split with you all.
See her face. Is it really?
You want a tall pay? Living like an hammer is hard enough without your insults.
I'm putting my hands in my ears and I'm gonna speak loudly. Stop, stop, stop. I don't want to hear. I don't want to know and I don't care.
I'm so happy. Thank you, Mama.
Yay for you!
You rich punks are all the same.
Sad. Is this the life that you hoped for, Glubtok? Running 2-bit extortion operations out of a cave.
Daddy.
Now may challenge the Brotherhood. Lapdogs, all of you.
Hurry back to the Frobres cottage.
So Glubtok have two choices to be rich and powerful.
When I break out of these stocks, I'm going to rip out your herd and devour it whole.
But mistress, is the Emperor still? The nose, I think. Mistress.
You mutate, Kennel.
Where do you think you're going? If you ain't with us, you're against us, die.
More bones to go on. Brr, fresh meat.